Hello, everybody. It's Minister Conway, and I'm here with Brother Philip. We're going to do our Sunday service review. Today was a special treat. We did not realize when we went to fellowship with Oakdale today that they were going to have somebody from the, I think it's pronounced Maua Hospital, Methodist Hospital in Kenya. And he came in and talked about the hospital and talked about the schools that he had helped build, and definitely came and thanked the congregation, because this particular congregation has helped raise funds for a life-saving surgery for a young lady the first time they went out there. And then when they saw a need for an incubator, and I remember we were part of that last year. We had just moved here, and they requested donations for yard sale and stuff. And I think a quilt raffle. I'm not quite sure. I was such a flurry trying to move here, and I was trying to unpack a lot of stuff and fit a lot of my stuff into my husband's house, and a lot of it didn't fit. So we donated a significant, I was going to say carload, but it's really more like a truckload of stuff to the yard sale. So I'm taking too long to talk about that. But I just remember being part of that, raising funds for the incubator. Raising funds for an incubator for their NICU, and it's just nice to be a part of something, and that's one of the things that I love about my home church, Church of the Living God International, is that we are a worldwide church, and our missions department serves worldwide needs. And so to be able to see somebody from this Methodist hospital in Kenya come back and thank us personally and show us pictures of the children and pictures of the women's ward and pictures of the different things that they've built with the funds that this local congregation has helped raise. It was just a blessing and a treat. And it's a lesson to me that, we are all people of faith, and we are showing God's love in the way that we can. We're all called to be a royal priesthood. We're all called to be disciples of Christ and to spread the gospel of Christ. Well, sometimes spreading the gospel of Christ takes the form of giving medication to a child in need, or comforting a young woman who is suffering with AIDS or HIV through no fault of her own. And another thing that he talked about was building houses for grandmas who are left with these children after their son or daughter passes away of HIV or AIDS. And, these are little 10 by 20 houses, but it means the world to them. And so, sometimes showing the love of Christ is picking up a nail and a hammer and helping build a house for somebody in need. So it was just very touching, and I'm really glad that we fellowshiped there today. Brother Philip, I know I've taken up a lot of our time today, but what did you learn in service today?
Well, Pastor Corey Cook, he talked about a story with Jesus and Martha and Mary, where Martha was preparing and setting a bunch of things up, like cooking and a bunch of other things, while Mary was at his feet.
At whose feet?
Jesus' feet.
Mm-hmm.
And Martha kept getting angry because Mary wasn't helping her, and told Jesus to tell Mary to start helping her. And Jesus didn't do it because Martha had too many distractions and Mary wasn't doing anything wrong. And
what did he specifically say? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember what he specifically
He said that you're encumbered with many things, and he said that Mary has chosen the better thing.
Right.
So, do you think Jesus meant don't prep the meal for everybody to eat after Jesus was done teaching?
No.
What do you think Jesus meant? Because I'm sure everybody was going to want to eat.
Yeah.
What do you think Jesus meant?
Well, I imagined that she was, I don't know if she was just angry that she wasn't having any help.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine it could have been something like she could have just prepped something and had it getting ready, and then listen to whatever Jesus was saying.
Yeah.
Instead of doing a ton of other things, try to make a big, huge feast or something like that.
Sounds like your mom, doesn't it? Trying to do all these different things and trying to do all these things, and all that really needed to make the program work is just this piece right here. She could have done that piece and it would have been good enough. Yeah. Yeah. What? How do you apply that to your life? How do you apply that to your life with this sermon?
Pastor Corey challenged us to something. I guess he probably was more for teenagers,
Oh, I'm sure
which
it's
is
for
kind of
everybody.
yeah. But with his example, it was more of cutting off cutting off a bunch of distractions. Where his example was the phone,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and cutting off notifications during the day so you aren't distracted by them, so you can get everything done that you need done
Okay.
before you turn them back on.
Well, I think that's a good challenge to cut out the distractions that keep us from doing and seeing and thinking on what God would help us do and see and think on, and really focus on the task at hand, especially when the task at hand is serving the Lord and praising God. All right, well, that's going to close us out for our review today. Y'all take care and be blessed.